Ancient warriors and buried treasures lie beneath our feet. At Barrow Clump, archaeologists race against time, saving artifacts from burrowing badgers. They've unearthed a 5,000-year-old Bronze Age urn and an Anglo-Saxon cemetery with 75 graves. Among these discoveries is a prized, pattern-welded sword revealing a high-status warrior. What secrets do these ancient finds hold? Watch till the end to discover. Discovering ancient warriors and buried treasures right beneath our feet is a thrilling experience. At Salisbury Plains' historic site, Barrow Clump, archaeologists have been racing against time to save priceless artifacts from being destroyed by burrowing badgers. Just 2 days into the dig, the team made an astonishing find: a Bronze Age burial urn dedicated and filled with what appears to be burnt human bone. This urn, dating back over 5,000 years, is only the beginning. Nearby, another vessel was found buried upside down. This well-preserved Bronze Age food vessel still has traces of its original decoration, offering a glimpse into the ancient past. But the real excitement began as the team uncovered an important burial site. Among the remnants were high-status individuals, including men, women, and children, all laid to rest with great care. These discoveries suggest they held significant roles in their communities. Adding a unique twist to this dig is the involvement of injured soldiers. Through Operation Nightingale, veterans work alongside archaeologists, using their skills to uncover history. For many, this has been life-changing, providing a sense of purpose and a new career path. Former rifleman Kenny Kendrick, who suffered a mental breakdown in Germany, found a new lease on life in archaeology through this project. The military and archaeology might seem like an unlikely pairing, but they share many skills. Soldiers use metal detectors to search for IEDs, just as archaeologists use them to find hidden treasures. It's a perfect match, with each team member bringing their expertise to the table. As the dig progressed, the team made a groundbreaking discovery: an Anglo-Saxon cemetery dating back to the 6th century AD, just meters from the Bronze Age site. They unearthed the remnants of ancient warriors buried with weapons like spears and shields, painting a vivid picture of life and death in Anglo-Saxon England. One particularly intriguing theory is that these warriors were buried in a formation similar to a Saxon shield wall, a defensive tactic used in battle. This idea, suggested by one of the soldiers on the project, adds a fascinating layer to the story. It seems these ancient people were not only honoring their dead, but also making a statement about their strength and unity. Despite uncovering 75 graves, the team hoped to find one elusive artifact: a sword. Swords were prized possessions in Anglo-Saxon culture, often passed down through generations. The badgers' burrowing led the team to their prized find: a sword lying alongside a skeleton. In a tense and delicate excavation, they uncovered this sword. It wasn't just any sword, it was a pattern-welded blade, a technique used to create strong and beautiful weapons. This discovery offered a glimpse into the life of its owner, likely a person of great power and wealth. From the warriors of Barrow Clump, we now turn to a discovery that sheds light on medieval medicine and compassion. Just a mile from Winchester city centre, archaeologists have been excavating one of Britain's earliest leprosy hospitals, St. Mary Magdalene. This site, dating back almost 1,000 years, is helping us understand how medieval society treated those afflicted with this dreaded disease. St. Mary Magdalene was once a bustling complex of buildings, but now nothing remains above ground. The last recorded medieval building here was a late 15th century almshouse. Over the past 7 years, archaeologists from the University of Winchester have been meticulously peeling back layers of history, revealing an extremely rare medical site. During their excavations, the team has uncovered 20 graves, all in remarkable condition. These graves hold about 85% of individuals who had leprosy: men, women, children, and even babies. This makes it the highest sample of leprosy sufferers from any British site in the Middle Ages. The condition of the skeletons provides a stark look at the devastating impact of leprosy, a disease thought to be a punishment from God in medieval times. In 2011, Dr. Katie Tucker, an osteologist, showed the shocking extent of the disease on these skeletons. Massive bone loss, particularly in the facial area, revealed how the disease deformed individuals, making everyday tasks like eating incredibly difficult. This physical evidence brings home the suffering and social stigma these individuals endured. Contrary to the belief that leprosy sufferers were outcasts, the graves at St. Mary Magdalene tell a different story. These graves were well cut into the chalk, with head niches and ledges for grave covers, indicating careful and respectful burials. The cemetery was well ordered, with graves separated and marked, showing a level of care and attention that contradicts the notion of leprosy sufferers being ostracized. One particular grave uncovered in 2011 held a skeleton buried with a scallop shell, a traditional pilgrim badge. This artifact suggests that the man had taken a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela in Spain, a journey of immense religious significance. Simon Rafi, the chief investigator, believes this man's burial with such a badge indicates he was treated with dignity and respect despite his condition. The archaeological evidence at St. Mary Magdalene also points to substantial timber buildings, a chapel, and signs of medical provision. This suggests that leprosy hospitals were not just places of isolation, but also of care and community support. Building on the insights from Britain's earliest leprosy hospital, our next discovery takes us to the heart of a long-standing historical debate. Did the Romans invade Britain violently, or was it a peaceful takeover? For years, historians have argued both sides, and now new archaeological evidence is shedding light on this ancient mystery. Our journey takes us to Maiden Castle, a striking hill fort in Dorset. This site is famous not only for its beautiful landscape, but also for its so-called war cemetery at the eastern end of the hill fort. Among the most compelling finds here are two skeletons that provide crucial evidence dating the cemetery to 43 AD, the time of the Roman invasion. One skeleton in particular reveals a chilling story. Embedded in the vertebra of this individual is a Roman ballista bolt, a clear sign of Roman military technology. This finding alone dates the burial to the Roman invasion. The skull of this young man shows a large hole, with fractures indicating he was struck at the time of death. Further examination reveals nicks on the mandible, suggesting attempts to decapitate him. These brutal injuries provide graphic evidence of the violence during the Roman conquest. But the story doesn't end here. In 2011, a different narrative emerged from a site in North Dorset. The de Routridge's Big Dig project at Winterbourne, Kingston, started as an Iron Age exploration. Archaeologists were looking at how members of the de Routridge's tribe lived and farmed before the Romans arrived. The findings, however, revealed something unexpected. As the dig progressed, more signs of Roman influence appeared. Chicken bones and Spanish wine amphorae fragments indicated trade with the Romans. These findings suggest a period of peaceful coexistence rather than a violent subjugation. The Iron Age enclosure, called a banjo enclosure due to its shape, was an undefended farmstead, further supporting the idea of a non-violent Roman presence. Ian, an archaeologist working on the site, noted that there was no sudden break when the Romans arrived. Instead, small amounts of Roman material appeared gradually, with no dramatic increase. Native societies selectively adopted Roman goods without major changes in settlement or religion. This gradual transition contrasts sharply with the violent scene at Maiden Castle. As the dig continued, more evidence of Romanization surfaced. The team found more Roman artifacts, including luxury food items and high-status goods, suggesting that life under Roman influence was more complex than previously thought. The transition to Roman culture took centuries, with significant Roman material like villas and temples appearing much later. Miles, another archaeologist on the project, explained how the site's picture has changed over the years. What started as an Iron Age settlement now shows evidence of a long-term Roman presence. The team even uncovered a large square enclosure that could be a shrine or temple, further indicating the blend of cultures. The new discoveries at Winterbourne, Kingston highlight a nuanced picture of Roman Britain. Rather than a simple narrative of invasion and conquest, the evidence points to a complex interaction between the Romans and native Britons. This interaction varied across regions, with some areas experiencing violent conflict, while others integrated Roman customs over time. From the complex interactions of the Roman invasion, we now turn to a discovery showcasing Roman Britain's grandeur. Less than 100 miles away from the sites in Dorset, at Chedworth, a dig is revealing the unexpected magnificence of a Roman villa complex. Chedworth, first discovered by the Victorians 150 years ago, is a late 4th century courtyard villa complex. In August, a team of archaeologists from the National Trust began a 2-week dig to uncover more about the villa's layout. What they found far exceeded their expectations. The last person to dig at Chedworth was Sir Ian Richmond, a professor of archaeology at Oxford University, whose notes were lost after his death in 1965. The team believed Richmond had already excavated everything, but they were in for a surprise. As they lifted the turf, they began finding bits of tesserae, small tiles that form mosaics, revealing that much more lay hidden beneath the surface. The team initially thought they were dealing with a series of baths in separate rooms. However, as they uncovered more, it became clear they were looking at something much grander. Instead of individual baths, they found a large, continuous mosaic floor. This was not just a bathhouse, it was the grand reception hall of the villa. Further excavation revealed bits of wall plaster with patterns in red, blue, white, and green, indicating a richly decorated interior. These findings paint a picture of a luxurious space designed to impress, with intricate mosaics and colorful walls. The grand mosaic floor and wall decorations suggest that the villa's owner was a person of significant wealth and status. This person wanted to project their connection to the Roman Empire and classical civilization. The complexity and artistry of the mosaics reflect a deep engagement with Roman culture and aesthetics. The discovery at Chedworth sheds light on the life of the Romano-British elite. These individuals were not just passive recipients of Roman culture, they actively embraced and displayed it. The villa's grand design and luxurious decorations suggest a thriving, sophisticated society. These discoveries challenge the simplistic view of Roman Britain as merely a remote outpost of the empire. Instead, they reveal a vibrant, interconnected world where local elites participated fully in the cultural and economic life of the Roman Empire. The findings at Chedworth also highlight the importance of revisiting old sites with new techniques and fresh perspectives. The modern excavations have uncovered details that previous generations of archaeologists missed, showing how much more there is to learn about our past. From Anglo-Saxon warriors and medieval leprosy hospitals to the Roman invasion and the splendor of Chedworth, our journey through Britain's ancient history reveals a rich tapestry of human experience. Each discovery adds depth to our understanding of the past, reminding us of the complexity and resilience of the people who lived long before us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press the like and subscribe button and leave a comment about your impression of these discoveries. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.